Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes. How are you all? Welcome back to all my returners, and hi to any newbies. It is so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbie. They are free. So I thought I would just hop on and do a little crochet and chat with you because it's been a little while since I have filled you in on Manfa's World. And as always, I never really know where to start, guys. I am going to be crocheting some of the crochet hearts that I make for charity. If you've been here a while, you will know that there is a charity here in the UK called Hearts Healing Hearts, who are a sister charity to Needles, Hooks, Angels and Premies. But the Hearts Healing Hearts focuses on asking for donations of pairs of crocheted hearts. They can be knitted as well. They can be sewn, quilted, but we give them in pairs, and then they are gifted to places such as hospitals, hospices, funeral homes, anywhere that loved ones are separated from their families, whether it be temporarily or whether it be sadly permanently if the person has passed away. It just means that the family gets one heart, the loved one gets the other heart, they match, and they are forever connected by the hearts. The charity can never keep up with demand. You know, the more that we make and send out, the more that is required. And I've made kind of a little personal goal that I will try and do about 40 pairs a month. And then if I can squeeze 50 for a couple of this year's months, then I will have a grand total of 500 pairs made by the end of the year, which is 1,000 altogether. I think that's a nice round number to aim for. If I do it, great. If I don't, that's okay as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Oh, bear with me. I believe my grocery shopping has just arrived. I'll be right back. Okay, so a quick second for you and about 5 minutes for me, but it's all in and it's all put up. And we are set for another week before we need to do a food shop again. So yes, I think I finished talking to you about the hearts. But any questions, just pop them down in the comments section and I will answer them for you. Yeah, so that is what I'm doing today. I am finding it a little tricky at the moment with the whips that I've got. Finding suitable projects to crochet and chat with you all, because they all need a little bit of concentration and counting, and I cannot count and talk at the same time. No, can't do it. That's why I'll keep pausing every now and then to count the stitches that I've done. So anyway, how are you guys doing? How have you been? I hope you have been doing really, really well. Life is just crazy busy for me at the moment. I am getting very little crochet time at all. This week just gone, I actually spent 3 days away from home, 2 nights staying away from home within those 3 days, because I had to go away for training. That's the main thing that has been going on. So not the week that you're watching, the week before the week you're watching. And actually this week that you are watching, I'll be spending another 2 days away and a night away, which is a little much if I'm honest with you. I don't like being away from home. I don't think I've ever spent time away while my boys are home. You know, if they're with their dad or they've gone on holiday somewhere, then it's absolutely fine. But while they're home, I don't tend to leave the house or stay away. So that's been really tricky for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, they're absolutely fine. They're not overly bothered by it. I mean, there's a few things that they rely on me for that obviously don't happen while I'm not here. You know, and any home is different when somebody is missing from it. But other than that, they have been absolutely fine. They haven't been that bothered. It's the mum in me. I don't like to do it. But it's in our contracts. I'm going to have to pause again because I forgot scissors. Oh my goodness, is this a car crash of a video? Bear with. Okay, and we'll try again. My mind is not in the game, guys, because I got back on... So I'm filming this on Saturday, the 1st of March. And I got back on Thursday, 2 days ago. I am absolutely exhausted. My brain is absolutely fried. And I'm just not thinking or firing on all cylinders, shall we say. So I do apologise, but hopefully I've got my act together now and I've got everything that I need. Famous last words, eh? Yeah, so I actually had to travel 2.5 hours away for this training. The area where the training happens is notorious for flooding. If you've been here a while, you will remember that when I had to go up there just for the day a few weeks back, a lot of the little country lanes leading to the school that I was doing the training in were flooded. I had to drive through huge flooded puddles. The day before we were due to go, we got an email to say 3 out of those 4 lanes are impassable unless you have a big 4x4 off-road vehicle, which I do not. So there was only kind of 1 lane in and 1 lane out. I am going to be completely honest with you guys. Leading up to me going away, I was fine because one of the work colleagues there, I was going to be driving her because she can't drive. She's become a really good friend of mine. She was going to be like my passenger, my company, and because she can't drive, you know, I felt that if I didn't take her, then she was unable to fulfill her contract. And, you know, not that it's my responsibility, but I kind of made it my responsibility. And right at the last minute, the night before we were due to go up, so this was the Monday night, because I went Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I was told that she was no longer able to go by our management because of staffing issues and things. And I had already been overwhelmed and upset and anxious about going. That the fact that my colleague was with me and I was helping her fulfill her contract as well as my own was kind of the driving force in making me get out of my comfort zone and go. And then suddenly the rug was pulled from underneath me. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I pretty much had an emotional breakdown. I couldn't cope with the thought of going on my own. Bear with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me see where that stitch is coming from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I did 1 too many. And I just broke down in desperation, in tears. I had already, you know, asked the question of, why am I going for the whole thing? Because it isn't really role relevant to me. I just kept getting told the same thing. It's a contractual obligation. I tried to make a compromise with them, saying that I would go for the first day because, you know, that is the most relevant part of it for me. It was basically where the founders of the group of schools that I work for explain how it all began, what their vision is, what their goal is. And to be fair, it was an absolutely amazing first day listening to how it all came to be, basically. But when I was negotiating, I said, look, I am more than happy to go up for that first day. But I don't really understand why I'm doing days 2 and 3, because it's more role relevant to teachers and teaching assistants, which I am neither. But I was told that they were mandatory. So there was a lot of upset and frustration before I even made my way up there. I basically was given no choice. I had to go anyway. Now, I did have a couple of other work colleagues go at the same time. I'm just not as close to them. Don't really know them. Didn't have like the same kind of relationship as the one that was told that couldn't go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 more. So I wasn't completely on my own, but I felt like it. So yeah, I just broke down in tears. I cried all the way home. I cried the whole time packing my case. Really still didn't want to leave the kids. They are all old enough to leave, and of course Mike's here. It was, again, that was just a mum thing. But also, guys, because I'm still fulfilling 2 roles until the end of March, until the new receptionist joins us, I am so overwhelmed and got such a big backlog of work that I also tried to say, can we just delay it slightly so that I can catch up on my backlog, catch up on my work, get to a more stable place with that before I take 3 days out, because 3 days is a huge amount of time to not actually be doing your job. And when I've got 3 email inboxes plus everything else, that is a lot of work piling up and stacking up, and the pressure was overwhelming. But anyway, I packed my bag in floods of tears and didn't sleep very well, and I woke up in the morning and then I was running late, and I realised, because the day that I was going, it was payday, and I realised that I hadn't been paid properly. I had been paid my old wage, not my new wage, for the first time, and that upset me even more. They're going to back pay me next month, so I still have to wait to get that, even though it was their mistake. And then travelling up was a bit of a nightmare. My sat nav was just playing silly buggers and taking me all around ridiculously out of my way, and it kept trying to take me the ways that were flooded, and it took me ages to navigate to the lane that wasn't flooded. So then, to add to all of that stress and my emotional kind of catastrophe, I had to walk into that room 45 minutes late, which was just so embarrassing. Thankfully, there were 3 other people that arrived even later than me, and they were lovely about it, but it just doesn't look very good, guys. Do you know what I mean? It's just, oh, I just could really have done without it. And then, like I said, the first day was absolutely fine. Now, the place that they booked for me to stay, I can't complain about it at all, not in any way, shape or form. Oh, sorry, I've dropped my yarn. Yarn down, yarn down. It was absolutely fine. In fact, you know, it was quite nice. The food was lovely. I will obviously get all of my fuel back, and I will get a certain amount each night for my evening meal, and they provided breakfast and lunch. So that side of it was fine. But then the second day, when it was going to be the start of the more teacher assistant focused things, there was a little bit of a query when we first began as to where somebody was, and they then figured out that that person only had to do the first day like I had requested, even though I was told it was mandatory. Other people were allowed to just do the first day only, which then sent me into another meltdown, to be perfectly honest. Right, I've realised I'm not going to have enough yarn to get another heart out of that, so we'll sort that out in a minute. We'll go on to another colour. So far, guys, I've done 1 pair with you. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that every month they try and have colours that they focus on. They look at the stocks that they've got, not that they've got many, because as soon as we make them, they send them out. But they try and pick different colours of the month for people to focus on, because I'm using my scraps for these hearts. It's good scrap busters. And this month for March, they are asking for peach, blue, mint green and purple. So I've got one pair of purple done with you so far today. So yeah, I nearly had another temper tantrum, breakdown, whatever, meltdown, whatever you want to call it, because I felt it incredibly unfair that other people could only do the first day, yet I had to do all three. We were also told the day before we went up for this training that the activity that we were going to be doing was outside. Now, if any of you know me, I don't really do outside. I go for the odd dog walk. Obviously, we go for like little family outings to the park and to the river and the beach and stuff. But outdoors is really not for me. I'm an indoor type girl, and the weather was absolutely horrific. So that didn't help with my meltdown before I left either, because it was like one of the worst things they could have dropped on me less than 24 hours before going. And then I found out that not only was it outdoors, and I don't mean any offence when I say this, this is totally a Manfa thing. I'm one of those people that really struggles with science of any capacity. Like, my brain just switches off as soon as science comes into things. And it was outdoor science. Basically, we had to find a habitat and we had to produce a field guide of said habitat for educational purposes. And you're thinking, yeah, well, no wonder it's not role relevant, because I do the data input and the computer stuff and the spreadsheets and I don't do the teaching. And what does trouncing around a wood and making a field guide for said wood have anything to do with my role? Absolutely nothing, but I still had to do it. And because I'm not a teacher or a teaching assistant, I had very little to bring to the table for that. Basically, I spent 2 days away from home making the rest of my group cups of tea and doing the cutting and sticking for our display board. Total and utter waste of my time. As you can tell, well, as you can probably tell, I'm not feeling best pleased with any of it. It has really emotionally rocked me. I have not been in a good place with my mental health the whole of the week prior to this week that you're watching. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I have to go away again this week while you're watching. So this week I will be away Wednesday and Thursday. So I go up super early Wednesday morning and I don't come back until quite late Thursday night. For that training, I have to learn behaviour kind of management. There is a part in it where I have to learn how to lawfully and safely restrain violent children, which doesn't sit well with me either. But it is important because we are an alternative school, we are a special educational needs school. We do have some students who will hit, kick, bite, throw things, be dangerous, aggressive and violent towards us at times. And we need to know how to restrain them in order that we don't get hurt, but also in order that they don't hurt them or other students. It's a really tricky subject. I know a lot of you are going to be horrified. It doesn't sit 100% comfortably with me. Hopefully none of us will ever have to use it, and so far all of the staff that are currently working at the school I work at, they have never had to use it. So it's very, very unlikely that we will ever have to put this training into use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But we need to know it just in case. Again, I don't know how role relevant it is for me, because eventually I will be in a back office with no children, and I'll just see them as I walk around the school building. And, you know, if I well, if I see them around the school building, basically. So yeah, I'm just really frustrated, really overwhelmed, really emotionally all over the place. I will pull myself through it, but there have been a couple of times, the week just gone, the week before you're watching this, where I have been so emotionally overwrought that I have been so close to just going, I quit, I can't, it's too much, I don't know why I'm doing this. Anyway, I haven't quit, I'm still there, and I know it's because of my emotional state, because actually take all of my emotional things and feelings out of it, I still really love where I work. I really do, guys, and I really want to be a part of it for the long haul. But it has been a bit much this past week, and we all have a breaking point, and I think this is my first breaking point. Yeah, so I mean, I did get to meet other people from other schools, which was nice. Started making, you know, relationships and connections with them. The other colleagues that I did go up with, I managed to spend a bit more time with them than I normally would, so I got to know them a little better. So it wasn't all bad, guys. I can't say that it was, but I really just could have done without it right now. Like, just delay it a month, wait for the person that's replacing me on reception to be in post and trained up. Let me get caught up on the other role that I'm fulfilling, and then send me, and then I wouldn't be so stressed and feeling the pressure and having a bit of burnout. I think you could all see this coming. I knew it would come, but I just need to get to the end of March and all should be well. But yeah, I have had a particularly bad week. But it could be a lot worse as well. I need to kind of try and find a balance, and I need to kind of decompress and, you know, unpick it and then, you know, put it to bed, basically, just get over it. But I have found it a really, really, really hard mental health week. Yeah, that's all I can really say about it, because I don't want to come on here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and just be moaning the whole time, and I don't want to come on here being negative about, you know, the place where I work, because it is a gorgeous, awesome place, and it is doing so much good for a lot of children, and I am so happy to be a part of it. It's just right now I am just a little bit overworked, underpaid, literally, because I got paid the wrong wage. Overwhelmed, just overwhelmed, but it will all be good. It will all be good. I've just got to get through to the end of March and all shall be well again. So yeah, that was basically the previous week to this, because the majority of my time was spent up there. So actually I didn't get an awful lot of crochet time in. I was envisaging that I would be back in the room in complete peace and quiet, getting my crochet going and just having, you know, some me time and some downtime. It's not a holiday. It's not a break. It was a training, working thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I didn't sleep well because obviously I'm in a strange place. I wasn't in my own bed. You can hear other guests in the other rooms, and I'm a really light sleeper, and I was already exhausted and running on empty, which I have been for weeks, if I'm being completely honest. And the least I could do while I was there is try and build, you know, a closer, stronger relationship with the colleagues that did go up with me. So yeah, when I got back to the room, I basically made myself a cup of tea and went to bed because I was just exhausted. I'm trying to figure out if that's going to be enough yarn for another pair. I don't know, but I've done a third pair, guys, this time in peach. This is the only peach scrap that I've got, so they may only end up getting one peach pair, but that's okay. I'm going to work with what I've got, because that was the whole point of doing this, is to eat up the scraps from my yarn bin. Yeah, so do you know what? I think, you know that chenille yarn that I couldn't get on board with and couldn't work with very well for the amigurumi? I'm wondering if maybe I could use it up this month, because it's 2 different shades of purple, and I think that they'd be really nice and soft hearts to give to people. I might dig that out after I stop recording and see if it will work. Right, I'm going to try and push for a second pair, but I don't think I'm going to get there. Let's play Yarn Chicken together. Why not, eh? Yeah, so I hope your weeks have been better than mine, is all I can say, because mine has not been brilliant, to say the least. Yeah, my line manager was a little bit worried. He had a bit of squeaky bum time thinking that he was going to receive my letter of resignation, because he totally understood my frustrations, my worries, my concerns, my points of view. He hated seeing me so upset before I left work on the Monday night. He fully sympathised, and he knows where I'm coming from. And I did have a little debrief with him when I went back, or went back in on Friday. And I said it's the closest I've been, and I've only been there 3 months, guys. I think. Oh, anyway, I don't know. It's done. It's a big tick in the contract and the training sheet. I don't have to do it again. So there we go. I really don't think I'm going to get another pair out of this, but I don't mind playing Yarn Chicken with you guys. Let's see. Let's see, shall we? Definite signs of spring coming here in the UK, which is wonderful. We have our snowdrops coming up. We have daffodils. We have crocuses. We've actually, believe it or not, got a bit of sunshine in the sky. Now, it's not warm. It's still really chilly, but it's not raining for a change. We've had a little bit of sun, and my gosh, does it make a difference, I can tell you. So that's lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I am going to work in the daylight. I'm coming home in the daylight, which makes an awful big change, an awful nice change. Yeah, we're getting there with our weather, guys, and our season, that's for sure. Yes, so that was marvellous. It's so hard judging how much you need for these. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going, see where I get. Any other news that I can give you? Like I was saying, very little crochet done this week, so when you get to Thursday and you see my crochet catch up, you will see that I don't have an awful lot to show, but that's okay. You get weeks like it sometimes, and being away from home, that cuts into a lot of it as well. So I have a couple of things to show you, but other than that, not a lot else. Let's see, where are we going to get to? I'm definitely not going to get a pair, I don't think. See, my brain is that fried that I can't even make a decision. 4, 5, 6, Oh, I'm going to risk it for a biscuit, but I don't think we're going to make it, guys. Don't think we're going to make it. There's one. Am I going to get its pair? I really don't think I am. Let's see, shall we? So yes, spring is coming. It is still chilly, but it is warming up. We still get the odd frosty morning. We've had a lot of rain, but like I said, the sun's peeking out today on the day of filming, the 1st of March, which is lovely. I am going to be filming all of this week's content today. I normally film the 4 videos on a Saturday. And tomorrow is not the Sunday where we go round my mum's, so I am hoping that I can have a pyjama and recharge and rest and de-stress mostly. That's what I really need to do. Whether I will be capable of it though, who knows? We shall see. Because 2 of my boys are with their dad. My eldest will be going up his dad's for the afternoon tomorrow on Sunday. So it is my quiet weekend where I can take a day to rest and recharge if I need to. And I need to. I really need to. Yeah, I'm really not going to get a pair out of this. Let's see how far we go, just for giggles. Not that you guys can see what I'm doing. Whenever I do these crocheting chats, I find it really hard to stay on camera. Just because it's not the natural position that I would crochet in. That's why, guys. Right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just keeps wanting to tangle on itself. 8. 9. And that one, and then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2. 1. I'm really not going to get this, but who knows? Wouldn't it be great if I could finish this in winning yarn chicken? I don't think it's going to happen, but sorry, when I'm playing yarn chicken, I really hyper focus and I can't concentrate on anything else. I do apologise, guys, that I'm not chatting to you. Oh, I really don't think it's going to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, 9. Am I gonna make it? Am I? Do you know, I think I have. Oh, good gravy. That was close. Oh, I did it. I actually did it. Yay! You saw me do win yarn chicken live on my video. Look at that. I actually have 2 pairs of the peach to send, and I don't have any more of this left. That's a whole scrap used. Woo! Okay, well, at least it's put a smile on my face, right? I can stop being a moany, dreary old eel. Right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it in a good space, and I am going to carry on filming this week's content. I hope this is a fabulous week for you. I hope the beginning of March has been absolutely fantastic already. Wish me luck for my next kind of staying away from home stint later this week. I'm going to need it. And yeah, I hope the weather is improving for you guys. Yeah, thanks for your time and your company. As always, I will see you tomorrow. But until then, stay safe, be kind, look after one another, get some good quality time in with your loved ones, and get some good quality crafting time in. I will see you in the next one or around the YouTube streets. Bye, guys. Don't be afraid of yarn chicken. Sometimes you win. Love you. Bye.